In our news package, Governor Moino tours cultural tourist sites in Uyo capital city. AKBC State House of Assembly wades into boundary clashes between Ikpanya, Ibonibon, and Fair Abia, Cross River State's neighbors. AKBC First Lady visits Divine Children's Home at Tarako. Fuel subsidy crisis, President Tinubu announces collective measures as organized labor insists on planned protest. Stay tuned for details of these and other reports in just a moment. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the news. My name is Mercy Ekere. In its avowed commitment to stimulate the state's economy through culture and tourism, Governor Moino has inspected some cultural and tourist sites in Uyo, the capital city. Accompanied by government functionaries, Governor Moino emphasized the importance his administration attaches to the sector. We'll bring you that report in the course of our bulletin. Residents of the Divine Children's Home at Anafort Uyo have been told to obey their caregivers and have the fear of God in them in order to become useful citizens. Akwa Ibom State Governor's wife, Pastor Patience Umoino, gave the encouragement on Tuesday during her maiden official visit to the home. The governor's wife, who visited the home with an entourage of female government functionaries, urged the children to be of good behavior at all times, noting that she was optimistic that they will grow up to become important people in society.
Pastor Eno thanked the teachers and minders of the home for taking care of the children, who she said were all looking healthy and well fed, acknowledging the efforts of the wife of a former governor of the state, Dr. Martha Emmanuel, in molding and shaping the lives of the children of the home. The governor's wife pledged to continue from where she stopped. The First Lady donated gift items such as bags of rice, beans, noodles, tissue papers, cartons of biscuits, seasoning cubes, milk, and other items.
So I greet you, children. I am happy to be in your midst. And I can see that you are happy to have me. I don't know who has kept you. There are some of you I saw last time, some 2 months ago or thereabouts. Today you are bigger than what I saw you last time. It shows that you have good care here. It shows that you are loved. It shows your teachers, your aunties, your uncles are taking good care of you. And so I ask that God will bless them. I am today giving birth to you.
Earlier, the coordinator of Divine Home, Dr. Dorian Ekanam, appreciated the governor's wife for the August visit and her benevolence and magnanimity towards the children of Divine Home. She intimated the wife of the governor that the Divine children were eager to see her and that her visit has brought fulfillment to them. The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Dr. Iniadi Akban, lauded the governor's wife for the visit while appealing that she visit other homes in the state. This, she said, is pertinent for programming them early to ensure they live a meaningful life.
To find you within 100 days being very active doing their work. Stepping into the former wife of governor's shoes, hardly, as we have seen. I thank you so much on your maiden visit, which is a step into your programming for the children of Akwa Ibom State. Children, behold your mother.
Delivering a vote of thanks on behalf of the children of Divine Home, the first law graduates of the home, Barrister Bright Bassi, specially appreciated the governor's wife for coming around despite the heavy downpour to identify with them. The event was spiced up with a welcome song and cultural dance by children of the Divine Home. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
We had earlier told you that in its avowed commitment to stimulate the state's economy through culture and tourism, Governor Moino has inspected some cultural and tourist sites in Uyo capital city. Accompanied by government functionaries, Governor Ino emphasized the importance his administration attaches to the sector. We now bring you the report.
Tourism site and offices, starting with the Council for Arts and Culture along Olusegun Obasanjo Way. Governor Moino stated that the visit was to enable him to have a first-hand information on the state of the council and what should be done to enable the state government showcase her rich cultural content while affording youth an opportunity to develop their talents.
We have a lot of tourist sites in Akwa Ibom. I don't think we have taken time to develop those tourist sites. My visit today is to let us just go around, see the things that we can turn around and make Akwa Ibom potential tourist destination. We're just flagging this visit up. The committee will continue, and then at the end of the day, we can now see all of the sites that we have, and then we sit down, we strategize, and now begin to take them one after another.
The governor also visited Ibom Tropicana, where he inspected facilities and sections within the premises. Other sites inspected were the museum within the Udodoma Park, Ibom Marina within Ibom Icon Hotel, close to the Mwaniba Beach, and the market located at Ifyayonsu in Uran local government area. Governor Moino encouraged women at the Ifyayong market with cash and also related to them his administration's plans to boost local businesses, which he said they will be beneficiaries. The Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Sir Charles Odo, threw more light on the essence of the exercise.
Today's outing is the first in a series. It's going to be a 4-day-long event where we're going to visit all known tourist and heritage sites in Akwa Ibom State. The idea is to identify them, assess the state in which they are, and then make plans to restore them and then ensure that they become tourist attractions that they should naturally be. The economic benefit is so enormous.
The inspection tour will last 4 days. Patience John, AKBC News.
Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has mandated its Committee on Boundary and Conflict Resolution to synergize with the Office of the Deputy Governor to evolve a solution to the persistent clashes between Ipanya clan in Akwa Ibom State and some communities in Abia and Cross River States. The House was acting on a motion for a resolution to protect and defend the people of Ipanya clan in Ibionibum local government area, moved by the Ibionibum State Constituency representative in the House, Mr. Moses Isin. House of Assembly reporter Uyuko Uswa completes the story.
The Ibionibum lawmaker said many people of Ipanya community, as a result of the clashes, have lost their houses and means of livelihood and require resettlement. He expressed the hope that the intervention of the House of Assembly will bring respite to the people, while reassuring them of their security.
Worrying that this ancient boundary crisis between Ipanya in Akwa State, Resort Aruchuku, Abia State, and in two villages in Cross River State have resulted in death of individual sons and daughters of Ipanya, destruction of property, and have also rendered many homeless.
The motion attracted the attention of the Nsiribam lawmaker, Mr. Eric Akpan, and his in-state constituency counterpart, Mr. Lawrence Udoide.
Mr. Speaker, I want to say, instead of government and of state is to protect the people of Akwa Ibom State, and the matter in the local government is part of Akwa Ibom State. I want to say that this motion that is moved by my dear colleague, Moses Isin, should be given a priority. I want to take into consideration that if action is not taken urgently, the people of Uganda may not say
Oko Uswa, AKBC News.
The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idon has assured that her ministry is open to collaborations that will advance the education sector and by extension the Moino administration. Mrs. Itebe gave the assurance in Uyo while speaking as special guest at a workshop organized by the Nigeria Union of Teachers NUT Akwa Ibom State branch for teachers in secondary schools in the state. The report. Represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Lady Rose Bassi, the Commissioner said the training is an opportunity that will boost teachers' capacity in online researches, particularly in accessing educational resources, thereby stimulating their interest in local demands of teaching and learning. Saying the training is in consonance with the Arise agenda, the Commissioner called for more of such initiatives while commending the NUT for seeking to advance the course of education in the state by exposing teachers to opportunities in ICT.
I think attitude is the first thing. How do we relate? How do we do our jobs? The Bible says that whatever you do, you should do it as unto the Lord. Then you do it with your whole heart. We are all pleasers.
The state's chairman, Nigeria Union of Teachers, Elder Edith Emeyi, encouraged participants to collaborate with one another in their careers. He spoke on the need for continuous advancement of the education sector at all levels of the polity, while calling on teachers to live up to expectations.
Good teachers, dear parents, I want to emphasize here that when we do not do well in the job that we are being appointed to serve the state, then the best will be against our family. And so when we put the best time to help the children, God has a way of visiting you.
The keynote speaker, Professor Effiong Johnson, said the teaching profession is very important in every society and demands continuous training and retrainings in order to ensure the key players level up to global best standards.
The teacher must, equally important, the teacher must have a basic capacity to deliver that subject. You must be clear in your articulation. You must be comprehensible in your manners. You stand there with boldness and exude the confidence of a teacher or an eligibility of a subject, and you become a reference point to the children as they are watching. They would like to be like you. That is a teacher.
The training, which is ongoing at the Teachers House, Uyo, is organized by the Nigeria Union of Teachers in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Filling the Gaps Education Services, and Team Green Resources Limited. It is themed Schooling and Education, Understanding the Impacts of Human Capital Development in Nigeria, and is meant for secondary school teachers in the states. Mercy Ikere, AKBC News. The Commissioner for Housing, Utuekon Raphael Bassi, has charged the management and staff of the ministry to be diligent and committed to the discharge of their duties. Utuekon Bassi gave the charge during reception by the ministry when he assumed office following his reappointment into the State Executive Council. AIM Paul reports.
Otuekon Bassi Raphael said the staff should be up and doing in order to align with the Rise agenda of Pastor Moino, urging the management staff of the ministry to handle government property with care, shun absenteeism, lateness, and shady acts which could mar the discharge of their duties. The commissioner reiterated that he will not leave any stone unturned in transforming the Ministry of Housing and appreciated the staff for the level of commitment and cooperation given him during the past administration, and also sued for their continued support in the present administration.
Ministry of Housing should not be an exception. The Arise agenda has provided a template for everybody to follow, and we have such a Ministry of Housing, and we have to pursue it vigorously to make sure that we are on track, so that any time we are called for to present our program, we all come together. I let myself try as much as possible to come to work early and on daily basis, except it is otherwise stated. We as the commissioner should do that. I don't see why other staff should not do it, because it's just about leadership by example.
Responding, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Housing, Barrister Udwa Ayonsa, congratulated the Commissioner on his appointment and thanked Governor Moino for finding Otue Kongbasi fit. The Permanent Secretary appealed to the staff to cooperate with the Commissioner to move the ministry higher.
The Commissioner for Economic Development, Mr. Membob, has stated that an efficient workforce will enable the ministry to achieve components of the Arise agenda under its purview and schedule. Mr. Bob said this Monday while interacting with the staff shortly after his reappointment and posting to the ministry. Uyukuswa reports.
The Commissioner explained details of the Arise agenda as it relates to economic development to his staff and urged them to be well acquainted with it so as to gain pace in the right direction for the development of the state. Mr. Bob emphasized the timely delivery of all official assignments, advised the staff to avoid truancy, and promised to accord them a conducive environment to corporately achieve the vision and mandate of the ministry. The Commissioner also thanked the Governor for a second opportunity accorded him to serve.
Even the memo that you are writing should fulfill the Arise agenda. Should be in line with the vision of His Excellency. He is very passionate about it. He's not joking about it. As a government, from time to time, have to create time and look at what Arise agenda is all about. The leaflets will be circulated because we started in earnest and you have to go the direction. And the direction is key. If you don't know the direction, you won't be able to follow. Am I speaking at mind? Yes.
Welcoming the Commissioner, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Economic Development, Barrister Christopher Udall, said they were delighted that Mr. Bob's reappointment will enable the completion of the lofty projects he started and the opening of new vistas for the implementation of the Arise agenda.
Sincerely, we'd like to see you. We pray that God should send somebody who will be able to lead us well. We have been praying that we should see somebody who will move us from the promised land to glory. Sir, to God be the glory. It is you that God has chosen. God says you've not finished, that you should come back and finish where you stop or start where you finish. We are prepared to work with you. You are welcome. We all welcome you, and we are happy to see you back, sir.
The heads of directorates in the ministry briefed the Commissioner on their achievements within the period.
In fact, we acted ready in my direction, that is the director of admin and supplies. Been able to have promotions, and I think the other times it's hard smiling because they got their promotion later, and the staff welfare.
You can see that the staff are horsemen and you are horsemen because you're here. We know that you're a good person, but whatever a man starts, he has a way of completing it. And so we've come for a completion agenda.
Uyoko Uswa, AKBC.
You're watching AKBC 5 News. Still ahead, Champion Breweries launches new range of products. This plus other reports in the next lap of our bulletin this morning. Do stay. Champion Champion Lager Beer with ginger extract, Champ Malt with butter cookies flavor, and Champ Malt with the Tiger Nut are the 3 new products unveiled by Champion Breweries PLC as part of its commitment to extend its frontiers in the beverages market. The launching, which took place in Uyo, provided an avenue for people from diverse professional bodies who attended to reaffirm their loyalty to the brand. Etienne Ibanga tells us more.
Unveiling the 3 new products, the General Manager, Champion Breweries PLC, Dr. Inalegu Adoga, said the drinks were carefully crafted to cater for the diverse tastes and preferences of its esteemed customers. He explained that the products are set to redefine the dynamics of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages in Nigeria.
This company will continue to uphold our stated values of passion for customers and consumers, courage to dream and to pioneer, care for people on the planet, and the enjoyment of life. These are the values that have made us a symbol of excellence, and in an ever dynamic market, we will remain steadfast in our drive for customer satisfaction, product innovation, and community development.
The chairman, board of directors of the company, Dr. Elijah Akpan, said that Champion Lager Beer has been a household brand and earned wider acceptability, expressing gratitude to the consumers and distributors across the country.
We also have, for the first time, because when we say these brands are innovative brands, it is not brand, we're not bragging. For the first time in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa, you now have malts with butter cookie flavor. We have 3 amazing brands. You test it, you will testify.
The manager, sales and marketing, Mr. Anthony Osagu, mentioned that the introduction of the Champion Lager Beer with ginger extract, Champ Malta with butter cookies flavor, as well as Champ Malta with tiger nuts, was in response to the demands of customers and distributors who stressed the need for the product expansion. A former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Obon Victor Ta, who sent in his goodwill message to the occasion, extolled the managerial dexterity of the state beer, recalling that it was his administration that resuscitated the then ailing brewery in early 2000s before its commercialization. The member for Ibesikwe Sultan State Constituency, Mr. Bongata, rural fathers from the host communities of Ibesikwe Sultan local government and Akafort village in Uyo, among other guests, he eulogized the company at the event graced by captains of industry, head of military and paramilitary outfits, as well as business community, among others.
Lager beer and other products from Champion Breweries should be made to take the center stage in every official function in Akwa Ibom State. It is a state-owned beer, and I'm patriotic to the state-owned company. So I want to thank the management for diversifying another product.
I want to urge you that you can just come. We have very good packages for you, and we intend to move your business with this brand to the next level.
Etienne Ibanga, AKBC News.
A team from Barrick Gold Online Investment Company has donated foodstuff and toiletries to the government children's home in Ikot-Ekpene. The gesture, which they said was an extension of benefits and rewards of their investments in the company, is targeted at helping the needy, especially the motherless. Hence their visit to the children at Chabrud, Ikot-Ekpene. Esther Omoren completes the report.
The team leader, who is also the principal donor, Pastor Igwad Thomas, said Barry Gold, which is an online gold mining investment company, has brought a lot of benefits and rewards to him. Hence, the need for giving back to society, especially the needy. Pastor Igwad said the gesture is a stepping stone to reaching out to other needy members of the society.
Barry Gold, the company is Barry Gold, and we are into gold mining. And from the time this company established this mining this year, we've been able to gather enough. And for this reason, we come here to show our appreciation to God and to help the less privileged.
A team member, Mr. John Daniel, said the gift is a seed of better things to come, as they are poised to ensuring that the rewards and benefits of their investments will be channeled to helping the needy. Responding, a staff who is also the matron of Government Children's Home, Mrs. Ime Christopher, expressed appreciation to the donors and prayed God to bless and replenish them.
The directors, all the staff, and the staff of this Government Children's Home and these special children, we want to say a very big thank you for this company, Barry, deeming it fit to come and bless the life of our children today, the very first day in the month of August. We say, may the God of the orphan bless this company in the name of Jesus.
The children express their appreciation by way of songs, conveying their prayers for more blessings on the donors. One of the children, Master Stephen, expressed appreciation to the team.
I'm very grateful and I appreciate the Barry Company for bringing all these things for us to eat and enjoy. This is a very big thank you for the company. So God bless you.
Esther Morin, AKBC News.
The 5th graduation and prize-giving ceremony of KK Dignity International Academy has been rounded off at the school chapel located at Adwai 3 Road, Ikoro 2, Ikoro local government area. The fun-filled event brought together the General Secretary, Assemblies of God Nigeria, Reverend Godwin Amawu, parents, friends and pupils of the school to watch the presentation by pupils. Basayene Nebo completes the story.
The ceremony featured the procession by the graduating class, talk shows, and song presentation. The proprietor of the school, who is also the General Secretary, Assemblies of God Nigeria, Reverend Godwin Amawu, said KK Dignity International Academy is one of the best schools in Ikebebene with good infrastructures, learning equipment, and a row of qualified, committed, and hardworking staff. He encouraged parents and guardians to send their words to the school, promising to strive to fulfill the mandate of making the institution a #1 citadel of learning.
We pray for God's blessing upon the graduates in their future endeavors, whether they continue with us or leave us. to be our ambassadors elsewhere. We know the face the same. I pray that it should not be.
An associate professor, Department of Human Anatomy, University of Uyo, and chairman on the occasion, Dr. Ibrahim Mo, commended the proprietor and staff of the school for painstakingly nurturing the pupils to become the hope of the next generation.
When God gives us, you have to read the Bible, you have to pray. The next is your book. There is no other thing that will interest you, that should interest you, than your book.
The principal of the school, Mr. Prince Ibekwe, attributed the pupils' academic excellence to good and sound teaching and commended the proprietor, management, and the pupils for the successes and good reputation the school has witnessed. The class valedictorian and the overall best pupil, Ms. Upada Basil Sharo, lauded the management of the KK Dignity International Academy for imparting on them and prayed God to lead their way as they bow out of primary school.
Strive to fly high. Don't be a mediocre. Read your books and be a worthy ambassador of KKDIA. We appreciate all our parents, our guardians, our teaching and non-teaching staff for what you've done.
The event featured prayer for the graduate, presentation of awards to the best behaved pupil, best student in mathematics, English, and science. Abaseyene Iniobon, AKBC News.
It was an outpouring of tributes from members of the University of Uyo community, state information managers, and staff of the AKBC who converged on the Roman Catholic Mission Group School, West Etam 2, its local government area, for the funeral of a literary icon, the late Dr. Chris Egariva. The funeral was conducted by Grace Power Gospel Mission. The report. Preaching on the theme, Hope Beyond the Grave, Reverend John Obot said, "Death awaits every mortal, but there is hope for people who have been saved through Christ Jesus, as they will receive eternal life." He said life is transient, full of troubles, and is a gift from God, urging all to use their time on earth well.
So there is an urgent need for us to prepare, knowing that time is short. Life is short. Even if you live 100 years, in the light of eternity, that 100 years is too small.
The biography of the deceased indicates that he was born into the late Prince Egariva Ehumense of Igbieze Nozua dynasty in Benin City, and that his academic sojourn led him to the then University of Cross River State, now University of Uyo, in 1986. Where he worked as an assistant lecturer. His sojourn in the academia exposed him to several assigned ad hoc responsibilities, all of which he discharged creditably. The late Dr. Egariva was a prolific literary icon with several literary works to his name, including the popular trilogy Canopy of Thunder, Voice of Thunder, and Legacy of Thunder. He was promoted to the rank of Associate Professor in 2014 and was being assessed for professorial conferment as of the time of his passing. The late senior pastor is survived by wife, Mrs. Eunice Egariva, Director of Archives, Ministry of Information and Strategy, children, grandchildren, and other relatives.
When we all get to bed, what a day of rejoicing that will be.
Tributes to the deceased literary icon represented by the management of AKBC, Voice on the Airwaves, VONA, Ministry of Information and Strategy, his children, among others.
He was a wonderful person, a cherished teacher and friend to many. He will be greatly missed by all who knew him.
Therefore pray the good Lord to grant his soul eternal rest, and to you and the entire family the fortitude to bear this irreplaceable loss.
As you mourn his departure, we urge you and the entire family to take solace in the fact that he lived an exemplary life.
On the national scene, President Bola Tinubu Monday night told Nigerians that fuel subsidy has outlived its usefulness, saying in 2 months ₦1 trillion had been saved, assuring the money will be used for the benefits of citizens and their families. A second national broadcast to the nation, which focused on the current economic challenges, the president said he decided to address the nation to get the citizens to share his vision regarding the journey to a better and more productive economy.
The subsidy costs us trillions of naira yearly. Such as a vast sum of money will have been better spent on public transportation, health care, school, housing, and even national security. Instead, it was being funneled into the deep pocket and lavish bank account of a selected group of individuals. This group had amassed so much wealth and power that they became a serious threat to the fairness of our economy and the integrity of our democratic governance. The preceding administration saw this looming danger as well. Indeed, it made no provision in the 2023 appropriation for subsidy after June this year.
President Tinubu announced that part of the palliative program to be rolled out is investment of 100 billion naira to acquire 3,000 units of 20-seater compressed natural gas powered buses between now and March 2024 to ensure affordable mass transit buses across the states and local governments.
Approved by the National Assembly will be disbursed as follows. Our administration will invest 50 billion each to cultivate 150,000 hectares of rice and maize. 50 billion each will also be earmarked to cultivate 100,000 hectares of wheat and cassava. This expansive agricultural program will be implemented targeting small farm holders and leveraging large-scale private sector players in the agri-business with strong performance record.
Meanwhile, following series of meetings at the presidential villa in Abuja, organized labor has reiterated its intention to proceed with a planned protest against the removal of fuel subsidy. NLC President Joe Ajaero, who addressed reporters after a meeting of the Presidential Steering Committee on Palliatives at the presidential villa in Abuja, dismissed fears of the protest being hijacked by hoodlums. He emphasized that it is the responsibility of security agencies to ensure safety of demonstrators. And on that note, we conclude our package this morning. But just before we give a quick reminder of some of our top stories, we told you that the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has mandated its Committee on Boundary and Conflict Resolution to synergize with the Office of the Deputy Governor to evolve a solution to persistent clashes between Ikpanya clan in Akwa Ibom State and some communities in Abia and Cross River states. The House was acting on a motion for a resolution to protect and defend the people of Ikpanya clan in Ibionibom local government area, moved by the Ibionibom State Constituency representative in the House, Mr. Moses Esin. And that's the package this morning. Thanks for your time. My name is Mercy Ekere. Do have a beautiful day. Good morning.